hard to help injured people in Rutherford County and Middle Tennessee. Since moving to Medical Center Parkway, they've helped thousands get legal help that they've needed when they've needed it the most. If you've been injured, go to johndaylegal.com for a free consultation. And remember, there are no fees unless they win your case. Now, let's join the primetime sports team for tonight's featured game from WGNS and Big G TV.
Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to Joe Barron Field. It's baseball tonight as the Cougars take on Franklin Road Academy in district play. Brian Barrett here with you this evening. John Dinkins off this evening, but hopefully will be able to join us tomorrow as we've got a little baseball planned for you tomorrow as well. Trying to use these beautiful days to get in some baseball coverage here this week. Currently, as I attempt to pull up the temperature, 75 degrees right here at the Murfreesboro Airport, and we're adjacent at MTCS. And going to fall to around 70 by 8 p.m., 67 at 9 p.m. So absolutely picture-perfect conditions and no chance of rain in the forecast today. So we are in good shape weather-wise. And it's going to be a night where we see the 15-3 MTCS Cougars take on an FRA team that the record I was able to dig up today was 4-5 on the year. So they've only played, this would be their 10th game of the season. We're going to see Caden King on the mound, the designated hitter, as well as the pitcher. So they'll have him in the one hole, despite even if he is not on the mound. Don't know if we'll see a full night of Caden or not this evening, but looking forward to seeing him on the mound this evening for the Middle Tennessee Christian School Cougars. We're going to take a quick timeout, come back, and we'll jump into the starting lineups from JHA Company. That's Josh Houston and Associates, Fans Heating and Air, and Winners Trophies. And remind you can watch our spring sports coverage on Big G TV from our YouTube channel. Also, we've got that streaming on Facebook and other social platforms, and right there on the website, wgnsradio.com. And, of course, if you're listening, we're glad you're along for the ride here on FM 1019, 100.5, 1450, and streaming audio at wgnsradio.com. That quick timeout, we'll come back. Starting lineup straight ahead, and it's the Cougars tonight taking on FRA on State Farm Prep Sports.
At Rutherford County Schools, education is about more than classrooms. It's opportunities. From innovative career and technical education pathways to award-winning athletics, arts, and academics, our students are preparing for success in college, careers, and beyond. Dedicated teachers, strong community partnerships, and a commitment to every student every day. That's the RCS difference. Learn more about our schools, programs, and opportunities at rcschools.net.
Rely on the experienced professionals at Prentice Allsup Heating and Air.
Whether it's the blazing heat of summer or the bitter cold of winter, let the Rheem Pro professionals at Prentice Allsup Heating and Air Conditioning on West College Street keep your home or business comfortable year-round. We service all major brands and in most cases offer same-day service. Call us today at 615-890-1311. Prentice Allsup Heating and Air, your Rheem Pro partner heating and cooling contractor on West College Street, just under the Thompson Lane overpass.
I'm State Farm Agent Celeste Middleton, and you're listening to Prep Baseball.
Our coverage brought to you in part by the law offices of John Day, Rick's Barbecue, Edward Jones Financial Advisor Lee Colvin, along with Prentice Allsup Heating and Air. How about the starting lineups as the warm-ups have just wrapped up for FRA? They'll be batting first here on the home field of the Cougars, and their lineup looks like this. From JHA Company, Winners Trophies, and Fans Heating and Air, Mike Castle will play center field and bat first. Batting second, Max Riggs, the third baseman, number 1. The catcher will be Ross Heinthorn. He is, again, the catcher, batting third. In the cleanup spot, Jacob Gager. We're going to go with Gager. He is the right fielder. Batting fifth, Nicky Gant, the shortstop. It's P.J. Rapello DHing in the sixth hole. Batting seventh, Smith Hagan, the first baseman. Maverick McCullough will bat eighth and play second, and batting ninth will be Cope Clayton. They're DHing for the pitcher, Cam Anderson. So Hassel, Riggs, Heinthorn, Gager, Gant, Rapello, Hagan, McCullough, Clayton. For the Panthers of FRA, Matt Olson, not that Matt Olson, Matthew Olson is the head coach for FRA. Now for the MTCS Cougars, under the direction this year of Brennan King in his first year. They're 15-3 on the mound, and batting first, senior Caden King. Batting second, Brandon Scarletta, the third baseman, a sophomore. Drew Prosser, senior, first baseman, is batting third. Batting cleanup is TJ Finley, the senior catcher. Batting fifth will be Eric Bowling, the senior right fielder. Batting sixth, Trenton Finley, the freshman second baseman. Batting in the 7-hole, Nate Fogel, the junior shortstop. Batting eighth, Tate Cantrell, the senior left fielder, and it's Caleb Curry, senior center fielder, batting ninth. So the Cougars will have King, Scarletta, Prosser, Finley, Bowling, Finley, Fogel, Cantrell, and Curry. So that is your lineup. They're meeting at home plate here. Talk about the dimensions of the field. And don't see him out there, but Brennan King knows exactly what they are. It's going to take a pretty good poke out there to center field for sure. Beautiful facility if you've never been here to Joe Barron Field. Lots of improvements over the last number of years. Not only, well, I guess the first one you might see when you get here would be the new turf. I say new, it's been, 2 years now on this turf, I believe. Second year for the turf, but concrete backstop, new netting, fences in the outfield, all painted black. It's just really a great look. And right straight away center field is that great batter's eye out there to just really a great ballpark here. They've got Cougars, I guess, part of their logo, just the word Cougars behind home plate, but they've got the MTCS logo right out there behind home plate and in front of second base. So that's what we've got here for you. It looks like all the meetings have taken place, and we're about ready to play some baseball here in just a couple of minutes. There are some other scores and things that we'll keep up with throughout the evening. So we hope you'll stay with us for all of that, and we'll try to get you as much information as possible. But we're going to take our final time out here on the pregame show. Coming up next, it's going to be the Cougars and the Panthers. It's FRA and MTCS right here on WGNS, State Farm Prep Sports.
At Middle Tennessee Electric, we see the lines that link us all, illuminating our neighborhoods, empowering.
Well, yeah, I'll be right there.
It takes all of us to power a community, both in plain sight and behind the scenes. Middle Tennessee Electric, bringing good energy.
Farm Agent Alex Williams. Auto, renters, frankly, any kind of insurance. I've got your back. Call me at 615-898-1150.
I'm Good Neighbor State Farm Agent Celeste Middleton, and I'd love the opportunity to talk to you about the significant rate decrease we're experiencing now. Let me compare coverage and possibly save you hundreds on your home and auto. Call me at 615-895-2700.
At Rutherford County Schools, education is about more than classrooms. It's opportunities. From innovative career and technical education pathways to award-winning athletics, arts, and academics, our students are preparing for success in college, careers, and beyond. Dedicated teachers, strong community partnerships, and a commitment to every student every day. That's the RCS difference. Learn more about our schools, programs, and opportunities at rcschools.net.
I'm State Farm Agent Alex Williams, and this is State Farm Prep Baseball.
And we are back here just talking about MTCS and district play. 5-1 going into this game with FRA. They play 2-game series back-to-back, home and away, usually on Mondays and Tuesdays. And one more question. Is this spring break for y'all too? Yeah, spring break week this week for Rutherford County Schools and MTCS. So you got to get them in. The spring sports season is so short. I mean, we're almost into April, and once we're into April, it flies by because district tournaments start in May. Cougars well on their way to what would be their 8th, I believe, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 8th 20-win season in school history. First coming in 2007. A little delay because Heinthorn was the batter that struck out, and he had to get on all of his catcher's gear, and Cam Anderson out there on the mound taking his warm-up tosses. So a little extra time here between the top of the first and bottom of the first. It's going to be King, Scarletta, and Prosser. Failed to give you the MTCS defense, and I'll give that to you next inning. Anderson being caught by Heinthorn. Hagan at first, McCullough second. At third, Riggs. Gant is your shortstop. Clayton, Hassel, and Gager from left to right for the Panthers. And here's the first pitch to the left-handed batting Caden King. He fouls this one away into the FRA dugout. And the second. Here's a slicing single hit between center field and left field, and it's going to fall for a base hit. So the Cougars are off and running here with the leadoff man aboard.
Number 24, third baseman, Brandon
Scarletta, third baseman, steps up to the plate. Just a sophomore. Batting in the 2-hole, so they like his bat. Throw down and back is the runner, and that's what you were trying to give me, and I failed to see who that was. No, that's King out there, isn't it? These headphones on, I can't hear anything from the outside. Here's the 1-0 offering. Swing and a miss as Scarletta went fishing a little bit there. So the count's 1 ball and 1 strike. I just found my baseball pencils today, and none of them have lead in them. So I'm scrambling around. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Sails low, and Scarletta took that one. Leadoff single, and the Cougars trying to get some early pressure here on FRA. Long look in. Heinthorn with the sign, the 2-1 as King goes. It's going to be a shot to third. Bobbled by Riggs there. He throws to first and does just get him in time. At second goes King. So that will go 6-3 on the put out. Just one away, and King in scoring position for the senior, Drew Prosser. Seems like we've been calling Drew Prosser's name out for a decade or longer. Heinthorn goes out to talk with Anderson to get straight on the pitches. And they're going to be very careful with King down there at second. Leadoff single by the Cougars. Ground out by Scarletta. King at second. Gets you caught up. Now ready for that first pitch to Prosser. Grounder in the hole, deep. McCullough comes up with it, throws to first, and safe. That was going to be a tough play. It's pretty deep in the hole. Decent throw, but runners are safe at first and now third. And we'll see how they score that. Hit. Solid hit, as it was going to be a really tough turnaround for McCullough down there to make that throw, and he almost cut down Prosser, but Prosser aboard, so 2 hits. TJ Finley, the catcher and right-handed batter, takes a ball. Is it 1-0? Is that the, yeah. 1 ball, no strikes. So 2 aboard, only 1 out. Runner goes and safely in down there at second with the stolen base is Prosser. So the Cougars have something cooking here in the bottom of the first inning. No score just yet. 2 hits for the Cougars. And Finley with 1 out, pops this one up right side. Is it going to be deep enough? Gager going back, makes the catch, runner's tag, and that's going to be enough to score 1 run as they cut it off at first. And the Cougars now lead it here 1-0. Going to third is Prosser. So it's a sac fly and give Finley an RBI as he drove in Caden King. Always important to get that leadoff guy aboard. There are 2 out in the inning, but still a base to clean up for the senior, Eric Bowling. Takes a wicked swing at the first pitch. Freshman second baseman Trenton Finley would be next. If Bowling can reach, maybe poke across the second run here of the inning. 1-0, Cougars just scored. Breaking pitch, delay call, got it over for a strike. 0-2 with 2 out. Prosser sneaking off over there. The pitch, swing and a miss. They're going to have to throw him out at first, and there's the throw. But the Cougars do get 1 run. There were 2 hits in the inning. No errors, walks, or hit batters, and 1 left. We move to the top of the second with your score. MTCS 1, FRA nothing on State Farm Prep Sports.
You've heard people say, you know your work by your name, but there's no better name for residential and business concrete.
Frustration many are feeling is real and justified. Kenneth Barrett said that after the county commission denied raises for deputies this year, and as sheriff, fair pay will be a top priority.
We need to figure out how we can get ours comparable to other agencies and start communication with the county commission to try to get less steps at a higher percentage.
With nearly 30 years at the sheriff's office, Barrett brings servant leadership, accountability, transparency, and fairness. Learn more at KennethBarrettForSheriff.com.
Paid for by Kenneth Barrett for Sheriff, J.M. Stewart Treasurer.
Thanks, Emerson. And our good neighbor, State Farm agent Alex Williams, helps to bring you State Farm Prep Sports. 403 St. Clair Street in Murfreesboro. That's State Farm agent Alex Williams, 615-898-1150 and alexwilliamsinsurance.com. It's Jacob Gager, 4-hole hitter to face Caden King, and that one must have been just a little low. Backed him out of the box, at least. It's 4, 5, and 6, Gager, Gant, and Rapello for FRA, as this one's fouled back into the screen down the third base side behind the plate. Evens the count up at 1-1. Right fielder, left-handed batter, watches this one sail outside for a 2-1 count. Only 7 pitches thrown in a 1-2-3 first for King. Puts a little heat on that one. Shot to Finley down there at second. And nice little toss to Prosser at first for out number 1 of the second inning.
Now batting for the Panthers, number 2, Nick.
I tell you what, Finley's been pretty busy. He's recorded 3 of the 4 outs. But King keeping it on the ground for the most part, except for that little bloop fly ball. And Gant takes a ball, 1-0. Gant is the shortstop. Strike on the inner half for that one. He puts the short in shortstop, though. 1 ball, 1 strike. Shot to third. Up with it. Nice hand by Scarlata. And throws to first to Prosser. Very nicely turned there. Scarlata to Prosser. Keeping it low and on the infield grass is King. The DH, PJ Rapello. He's a right-handed batter. Swings and misses at the first pitch, which snuck across with a contrail. It was so fast. 0-1. There's another one right there at the hands. Throwing the heat. Down to their last strike here in the top of the second. The pitch. Ooh. Inside, the umpire says. Looked like strike 3 to all those clad in orange and white, I'm sure. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch from King swung on, popped up, and fairly well hit. And what a grab by Bowling coming in from right field. Making that grab out there. Fly ball to right, retires FRA in order again. 2 ground outs and a fly out. And we go to the bottom of the second inning with MTCS leading 1-0 over FRA. This is State Farm Prep Sports.
Looking for the best Blue Raider gear in town? Raider Tees has you covered. From stylish apparel and hats to unique MT-themed gifts and accessories, we've got everything a true Blue Raider fan needs. Whether you're headed to the game, shopping for a fellow fan, or just want to show off your Middle Tennessee pride, Raider Tees is the go-to spot. Stop by 111 East MTCS Road, right across from MTCS, and check out our unbeatable selection. Raider Tees, bigger, better, and go blue. This is a paid legal ad.
At the law offices of John Day, we take only real cases that make a real difference.
The law offices of John Day took the burden really off of my shoulders.
So if you think you're going to get rich quick with a frivolous case, I'm not the lawyer for you.
I want you to know that I appreciate everything you have done so much. I know you went over and beyond.
If we're not able to help or aren't the right lawyer for you, we'll do the best to point you in the right direction. If you've been injured, call the law offices of John Day for a free consultation.
I'm State Farm Agent Dana Womack, and you're listening to Prep Baseball.
Thank you, Dana. And State Farm Prep Sports also brought to you in part by Ideas Tees, Dan France Concrete, along with our friends here at Middle Tennessee Christian School. MTCS leading 1-0 as we go to the bottom of the second. Trenton Finley, freshman second baseman, to lead things off here for the Cougars. And first pitch swung on pretty deep in the hole. Shortstop's got to dig it out there and keep it in the infield, but no throw. And that was a shot out there to Gaunt. Riggs made the offer at it, the third baseman, but couldn't come up with it. And that's going to be the third hit for the Cougars in the game. And the second time in as many innings, they've gotten the leadoff man aboard. And junior Nate Fogle is your batter. Left-handed batter. First pitch. High breaking pitch. They almost picked off Finley down there at first with a pretty good throw there by Heinthorn. First of all, he did good to get up out of his catcher stance to make that grab because the pitch was a little high. Not a little high, it was really high. 1-0. Nipped that outside corner with the breaking pitch. Goes to 1-1 the count to Fogle. 1 run on 3 hits for MTCS. Just getting going here in the bottom of the second inning. Peek at the runner. And the pitch from Anderson. Misses outside. It's 2 balls and a strike. Gotta love it when the scoreboard guy is on it. And they are on it here. Now in the JV game, that was a little shaky. 2-1. Breaking pitch is going to be a high fly into center field. Hassel going to camp under it and make the catch and hold the runner Finley at first. So a fly out to center field for Fogle. Retires him. And the senior, Tate Cantrell, your batter. Right-handed batter, taking a few practice swings. Takes his stance in the first pitch. Showed bunt. Going to be a strike call. The throw down to first is not in time. I bet Trenton's mom is thankful that the infield is not dirt. That's 2 slides back into home. And the jersey's just as clean as it was. Those bright white jerseys for the Cougars. Throw over to first, and another dive back. Got black numbers and Cougars across the chest, arching across the chest with an orange outline. They're orange and black school colors here. The count's 0-1. Got that one right across the plate. A little sinking action on that one. 0-2 to Cantrell. 9-hole hitter Caleb Curry on deck. Sun beginning to set here at Joe Barron Field. Pitch as the runner goes, and it's going to bounce away from Heinthorn, the catcher. And in safely at second is Finley. The runner had taken off before the boot, if you will. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and that one is over the head and well inside to Tate. So Cantrell, of course, took that one. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Cantrell has a man in scoring position now. His thought process may be a little different now that got a guy at second. Boy, this is going to get by, and it's going to be a wild pitch to get Finley down to third. They throw into the outfield, but they keep it in front. And I believe time was called by the umpire for some reason. It's a full count now to Cantrell. And that's allowed Trenton Finley to get all the way from first to third base. The payoff pitch snuck one on the outer half, and it's a swing and a miss. Strikeout number 2 for Cam Anderson. And that puts 2 away. It's going to be up to Caleb Curry now, the senior center fielder, if they're going to get Finley in here. He's the 9-hole hitter for the Cougars, and the first pitch to him. High, and outside on that outer half of the plate. 1-0. That sun going down a little bit helps. It was kind of an adventure earlier. This one outside for a ball as well and pops out in front of Heinthorn, but keeps it in front of him and keeps Finley at third. Something down that right side, Mr. Caleb Curry, would be very good for the Cougars here. Leading 1-0, swung on, chopped to third. Up with it is Riggs. The throw to first is going to be in time and well fielded there by Riggs, and that will end the MTCS second inning. No runs for the Cougars this inning. One hit. Finley got all the way to third, but they leave him stranded out there. We go now to the top of the third inning. The score, MTCS 1, FRA nothing. This is State Farm Prep Sports.
WGNS Radio and Big G TV cover prep sports like no one else. Ryan Barrett, John Dinkins, and the Primetime Sports team bring you the sights and sounds of every game on State Farm Prep Sports, where local teams and big moments come to life. Hear every game on FM 1019, 100.5, AM 1450, and WGNSradio.com, or watch on YouTube, Facebook, and more. WGNS and Big G TV, your front row seat to Rutherford County Prep Sports.
Renters, when you combine State Farm Auto and Renters Insurance, you will save money. I'm State Farm Agent Dana Womack, and I'd love to talk to you about combining your auto and renters insurance to help you save. Call me at 615-900-0877.
In Rutherford County, you know how much it means to have neighbors that you can count on. I'm State Farm Agent Ron Reeves, here to help life go right when you combine home and auto insurance. Call me at 615-873-1700. Let me save you money and time. I'm State Farm Agent Ron Reeves. You're listening to Prep Baseball.
Thank you, Ron Reeves. Our coverage on WGNS and Big G TV brought to you by Ron Reeves. He's a Rutherford County resident. He's got an office in Brentwood, a State Farm agent, and a good neighbor. Ron Reeves, 873-1700. He'll meet you around town, get you a little coffee, and some good insurance. FRA's 7, 8, and 9 hitters due up to face Mr. Caden King here in the top of the third. His first pitch swung on by Smith Hagan into center field. Drifting over is Curry out there to make the catch. One pitch, one out. Need to get our score bug all situated there. It happened so quick, I didn't get a chance to get that corrected for you. Second pitch swung on, going to be fouled back this way. It's actually the first pitch to Maverick McCullough. For some reason, I can't spell. So this is the top of the third inning. 1 ball and 1 strike now, your count to the second baseman, Maverick McCullough. Ooh, snuck that one in. That was a beautiful pitch. No way for McCullough to even really offer at that one. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count. Tried to go the same place. This one's high and inside. Really backed McCullough out just a bit. So we're even at 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out here in the top of the third. Cougars lead 1-0. Swung on, fouled back this way behind the plate. 1 run on 3 hits for Middle Tennessee Christian School. And the pitch. Boy, just got a piece of that one. King up to about 25 pitches here now. I don't know that you're going to see him go all the way, so as much run support as possible would be good. Boy, tried to go back to that sweet spot a second ago, and it was a strike a minute ago, and maybe 1 inch different right there. Counts full. Went with the heater right down the middle and struck him out. That's an old Texas Longhorn fastball. No, Just kidding. He's going to be an Aggie. Just thought I'd get a Longhorn jab in there. Not that I'm a Texas fan. Here's Clayton, the batter. First pitch to the left fielder is a strike called. You've probably heard. Blue behind the plate. Took something off of that one. Must have been high. 1 ball, 1 strike. If he can retire Clayton here. Just misses on that one to get behind in the count. 2-1 to King. King has faced the minimum thus far through 2 2/3. That was a strike called. And the count even. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Deuces Wild here on the scoreboard at Joe Barron Field. Big deep breath by the senior Caden King. And the pitch. Swung on, popped up, fouled back behind the plate. We'll do it again. Caden decided to continue his baseball career at Texas A&M. Fastball swung on, popped up first base side, and I think it's going to be a drifting catch there for Prosser, and it is. So a fly ball out to first base, and it is yet another 1-2-3 inning, and Caden King has faced the minimum through 3. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. Your score remains Middle Tennessee Christian School 1, FRA nothing. This is State Farm Prep Sports.
Rely on the experienced professionals at Prentice Allsup Heating and Air.
If your old unit needs a tune-up,
whether it's a cough, a fever, or something you can't quite name, MMC Now makes care easy. Walk right in, get seen quickly, and your visit connects directly to your MMC doctor. Care you trust, with providers you know, with digital check-in and multiple locations around town. MMC Now is here when you need us.
Murfreesboro Medical Clinic.
I'm State Farm Agent Andy Womack, and you're listening to Prep Baseball.
Thank you, sir, Andy Womack. And our game presented by Rutherford County Schools, Innovative Pathways, award-winning athletics, a commitment to every student. Rutherford County Schools is preparing the next generation for success in college and beyond. Explore the programs in schools defining the RCS difference at rcschools.net. It is the top of the order here in the 3rd. Caden King led off the first with a hit. And first pitch swinging. Going to fly this one into right center as Hassel comes in to make the catch out there. So 1 pitch, 1 out here in the bottom of the 3rd. Caden has scored the only run of the game thus far and has 1 of the 3 hits. Scarlata is your batter here. Brandon. Sorry, Brandon, I called you by the wrong name earlier. Great baseball name, by the way. Sophomore 3rd baseman, grounded to short in his first at bat. Takes a strike here. 1-0 our score. They've got FRA on the road tomorrow, do the Cougars. Coming in on a 2-game win streak. Lost 8-5 to Carnes. Changeup's going to be popped up here and right back here over right the top of the press box, as you probably heard. And I'm surprised I did not come out of my skin right there. That was really loud, wasn't it? They've got FRA tomorrow on the road and then back home Thursday with Paintsville and Friday at Whitley County, but I have no idea where that is or who that is. Oh, we've got a furry friend in the press box too. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Scarlata. Pitch in the dirt. Doing a little trembling right there. My 3 at home are listening to me on the radio, but they don't know what they're listening to. Probably saying, get that guy off the air. 2-2. Nubbed foul down the first base side. Cam Anderson has given up 3 hits, struck out 2 in his outing thus far for the Panthers. 2 balls, 2 strikes. We've been stuck here forever. The pitch. Fly ball into right field. It's a low screamer, and it's going to get down. He's not going to stretch it out here and make it interesting. But Scarlotta is on with the 4th hit of the game. The Cougars have had the leadoff guy aboard twice, and now with 1 out, Scarlotta is at first. Drew Prosser got him all the way to third, but couldn't squeeze him in back in the first inning. He singled. He's got one of the 4 hits now for the Cougars. 1 run on 4 hits so far. We're in the bottom of the 3rd. The pitch went after the first one, and it's flied out to left. Is there room? There is room, but it's in foul territory and drops in front of Clayton. This is WGNS Murfreesboro, Smyrna. For our radio coverage, of course, Big G TV. We've got you going on the video side as well. If you actually want to watch and listen to the same play-by-play that's on radio, you can do that there. 0-1. Sails a bit high to Drew. Drew's got on the well, it's a little darker than Carolina blue cleats. They throw over to first, and it was a little closer than we would like. Scarlotta is back. Those cleats for Drew just kind of stick out. 1-1 on the way as the runner goes, and speared by Riggs at third, and they're going to throw to first for the double play. Picked him off. So that will go 5-3 on the DP. And the inning comes to a close. No runs, 1 hit, nobody left on as the double play erased him. And we go now to the top of the 4th inning with your score. MTCS 1, FRA nothing on State Farm Prep Sports.
At Rutherford County Schools, education is about more than classrooms. It's opportunities. From innovation.
Well, yeah, I'll be right there.
It takes all of us to power a community, both in plain sight and behind the scenes. Middle Tennessee Electric, bringing good energy.
I'm State Farm Agent Celeste Middleton, and you're listening to Prep Baseball.
We're back on State Farm Prep Sports from WGNS and Big G TV, brought to you in part by Fans Heating and Air, Middle Tennessee Electric, our friends at Sir Pizza, and Franklin's Printworks. Don't forget SRM Concrete, they're locally grown, nationally known. Each post game will have the SRM Concrete Solid Performer for you here. It's the top of the order. Caden King, top of the 4th. Face the minimum. Throws that one in for a ball, 1-0. Hassel grounded to second. Trying to nip that inside corner here to the right-handed batter. That one sails low. It's 2-0. The pitch from King misses low, and first time this afternoon he's fallen behind 3-0. He's been behind a couple of batters, but comes back. Just 2 strikeouts, but kept most of it on the ground. This one found that outside, or inside corner, I should say, for a strike. 3 balls, 1 strike. I don't think Hassel was going to even move an inch. Now the 3-1. What does he do? Flies it out to the right side. Is there room for Prosser? I think not. That was probably caught somewhere by the grill. If you've never been to Joe Barron Field, you should come. It's right by the football facility. Park behind the church, and got like the Field of Dreams, football and baseball back here. This one sails low, and it's the first walk of the game and the first base runner for the Panthers.
Now batting for the Panthers, number 1, third baseman, Max Riggs.
That's going to require another color of my pencil here that I came ill prepared for this game for some reason. Jackson knows. He's going to leave me like 14 Post-it notes, I think. First pitch, a strike to Riggs. Flew out to second. If I remember right, that was a pretty good catch by Finley out there, and just in the outfield grass by a few feet. King with a base runner for the first time to deal with, and makes that quick throw to first. Oh, man, that was so close. I mean, so close. If we had a replay booth here, I don't know. They might overturn that one. Just saying. The 0-1 gets this one across. Caden has showed signs of getting in that groove. They've done just enough to poke it around. 0-2 is the count. Looking for his third strikeout. Does it come here? It does. Strike 3 called. And that's strikeout number 3 on the afternoon for Mr. Caden King.
Now batting for the Panthers, number 23, catcher Ross Hinthorn.
Ross Hinthorn, the catcher for the Panthers of FRA. First out here in the top of the 4th inning. Throw over. And, boy, I don't know how Hassel's getting back, as that is a quick release that Caden's got. Got his arm from Grandma, I think. Certainly wasn't his grandpa. Pitch, swing and a miss. The throw down to second is in time. He slid off the bag. So caught stealing is Hassel, and there are 2 away. They mow down the only base runner thus far. The official at first said safe, but Hassel slid past the bag. King comes in there with another heater. It's 0-2 to Hinthorn. Can pitch comfortably here now. This is outside and low. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-0 Cougars. Top of the 4th inning. The pitch is on the way. Low and bounces high, and Finley looking for it. At least nobody was on that time, TJ, because that is a helpless feeling, trying to find it. He found it pretty quick, though. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes, the count now to Ross Hinthorn, who's battled here. Boy, a high fly. Popped it left side. Scarlata, does he have room over there? Trying to make the catch at the fence, but can't come up with it. Well into foul territory. He kind of stretched over that fence, but just out of reach. Long, noisy fly out with the count remaining. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Caden takes a big, deep breath there on the mound, and the pitch chopped to short. Fogle on the hop, makes the throw to first. And it's another 1-2-3 inning thanks to that caught stealing. And your inning comes to a close. No runs, no hits, no errors. There was a walk, but erased with the caught stealing. No one left on. We move to the bottom of the 4th inning. And your score remains MTCS 1, FRA nothing. This is State Farm Prep Sports.
Renters, when you combine State Farm auto and renter's insurance, you save an average of $600.
Frustration many are feeling is real and justified. Kenneth Barrett said that after the county commission denied raises for deputies this year, and as sheriff, fair pay will be a top priority.
We need to figure out how we can get ours comparable to other agencies and start communication with the county commission to try to get less steps at a higher percentage.
With nearly 30 years at the sheriff's office, Barrett brings servant leadership, accountability, transparency, and fairness. Learn more at KennethBarrettForSheriff.com.
Paid for by Kenneth Barrett for Sheriff, J.M. Stewart Treasurer.
Agent Alex Williams, and this is State Farm Prep Baseball.
Thank you, Alex. I want to say hello to good neighbor State Farm agent Emerson Williams in Smyrna, 199 Eden Springs Road West at Hazelwood Drive. That's where you'll find his offices. State Farm agent Emerson Williams, 615-459-2683. Insure Me Big, with an E at the end, BIGE.com. Braves lead the Athletics 3-0. They're in the top of the 4th there. We're going to get you to that game as soon as we wrap up here. What we hope is an MTCS victory. Had to give Heinthorn a little extra time since second time in 2 at-bats. He was the last out. Caden King has faced just the minimum. And they're going to give Anderson a warm-up toss or 2. Well, no, they throw down to second, and it gets into the outfield. So it's going to be T.J. Finley, the senior catcher, to lead it off here in the 4th. Cam Anderson has not had a terrible outing. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. He's only faced 3 over the minimum. MTCS has scattered out 4 hits. They've had a hit in every inning. Bottom of the 4th, and trying to add another one here. Finley pops this one into right, and it's going to get past Gager out there in right field and roll all the way up against the wall. So we'll see how they scored here. I don't know that he was ever going to. It's at least a single, I would think. And Finley strides in safely. And you got Hampton Harville, sophomore. He is running down there, number 4. So he is running for Finley. And first pitch swinging by Eric Bowling, who is the only strikeout. Nope, there were 2 strikeouts so far for Anderson. Hampton looks speedy down there at second. Takes a bit of a lead. The pitch. Strike on the inner half, and it's 0-2. Did you score that a double? Single. That's what I was thinking as well, but I was trying to be greedy for TJ. Pitch, swing and a miss, and Bowling comes up empty for the second time in as many at-bats here. 3 strikeouts on the afternoon for Cam Anderson. So MTCS got their first and only run in the first inning. They got the leadoff guy aboard in the second, the 2-hitter in the third, and now the leadoff here in the 4th. Got to get some more runs across here. For King on the bump, this pitch is outside to Trenton Finley. Freshman second baseman, he led off the second with a single. Go with another hit here. 1 ball, no strikes, the count to him as Harville takes the lead down there at second. Anderson with the long look. Ooh. A little brushback action there. You put Finley's batter's gloves with Prosser's cleats. You have a colorful action. Old high popper, and it's going to bounce right in front of Gaunt, and it's going to dribble into the outfield, and a run is going to score. Boy, just bad luck there for the shortstop. Took a bad hop right off his boot. And the second run is aboard here for the Cougars.
Shortstop.
And that is going to be a tough error, isn't it? Yep. So an E6, no RBI. But the run scores regardless, and down at first is Finley. So Cougars, time to get a little greedy here. 2 runs now on the board. And Fogel, the batter, flew out to center field. His first at bat, takes a ball on the first pitch. 1 ball, no strikes. Look in and a peek at first by Anderson. Gets the sign. Another look down there at first. Comes set, and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Evens things at 1-1. 2-5-0 for the Cougars. 0-0-1 now for the Panthers in this district cat fight. Get it, Cougars, Panthers? It's weird when I say things to myself here. Well, got a little laugh. Here's the number down the first base side, and it's going to be Hagan to run it over himself, so that'll go 3 unassisted, but does get Finley down to second and put 2 away. So it's going to be up to Tate Cantrell. Struck out in the second. Jamie Carver comes out to assist the umpire with a new baseball. Jamie in his first year in the dugout. Well, in this capacity. Well, that's not true either. Back in this capacity. Here's the first pitch. Breaking pitch outside for a ball. No, we talked to Jamie, and he was much more involved in church, and, you know, sometimes after 20-plus years you need a break, and Cougars had to do some last-minute shuffling, and swing and a miss to even it up at 1-1. Brennan was named the head coach and called up Jamie. Those two coached together for the last number of years, but just in different roles this year is all. A lot different pressure than being the head man. Big cut at strike number 2. There are really, really good people in Rutherford County in baseball, all around the county. Great baseball folks. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch is going to hit against the backstop there, and it's going to advance Finley all the way to third. This would be a big one to try to get across. 2 balls, 2 strikes. There are 2 out here in the bottom of the 4th. MTCS has already scratched across 1. Can they get another here? Here's the pitch. Sails low, and a good eye there by Cantrell to take the count full. Caleb Curry would be next. We hope that he is, and Cantrell can somehow reach. Boy, this one's high, and he does. He's going to reach on a base on balls, and that is the first issued by Cam Anderson.
Now batting for Cougars number 22, center fielder, Caleb Curry.
We're here in the 4th. That is his 53rd pitch right there, and so I don't know if this is a change coming up here for Matthew Olson or just a little conversation. I mean, this is a pretty critical part of the game for sure. And a little conversation brought to you on the mound by our friends at Ideas Tees. They are, I mean, if I really wanted to, I wouldn't walk from here, but I could. I mean, we're at the back of their building just about. Moved over here on MTCS Road, right beside the school, right across MTCS Road. You turn like you're coming to the school, and you'll find Raider Tees, and then on the other end, Ideas Tees. All of your Blue Raider merchandise you can get from the Brockwell family at Raider Tees, and they can put your logo on anything. Sporting my WGNS radio hat here from our friends at Ideas. Boy, that hit him, I think. And that is a tough way to get aboard, but Caleb Curry is going to be a hit by pitch. And so now a full up jam here for Cam Anderson. He's going to walk it off, and that's going to send us back to the top of the order, and Caden King. And Caden's going to stride up there with the bases juiced. Been doing this so long, I remember when Brennan played for Mack Hawks at Oakland, so that tells you something. And Randy was my algebra teacher, is why I got into radio. I can't do math. Coach King, got to see him out there a minute ago. Always good to catch up with the Auburn Town Flash. Boy, he could poke it in his day. And here is Caden King poking it out to right field. Does it get down? It does not, in front of Gager out there. Sent that one for a ride, but it's going to be a long, noisy fly out to right field, and it's going to end the Cougar fourth inning. They do get a run on one hit. There was an error in the inning. There was a walk and a hit batter, and 3 big Cougars left stranded. We move now to the top of the fifth. Your new score, MTCS 2, FRA nothing. This is State Farm Prep Sports.
Middle Tennessee Christian School, training for eternity.
People love to see us on the schedule when they have a home game because our fans show up.
MTCS President Matt Tiller.
The way we travel is just phenomenal. Our parents and our community are fully engaged in our school. When we compete, we're trying to do it in a way that honors God. We want to win. We also want to do it in a way that pleases Him.
Providing Christian values and academic excellence in a nurturing environment. That's Middle Tennessee Christian School. Invest in the future of your child. Find out more at mtcscougars.org.
This is a paid legal ad.
When a family member is lost as a result of someone else's negligence, the grief can be unbearable. It also leaves you with a lot of questions like, how did this happen? Who's responsible? And is my family going to be okay? That's a lot to go through, but with the law offices of John Day on your side, you don't have to go through any of it alone. We understand what you're going through, and we have the experience to get the answers, justice, and compensation your family deserves. Call the law offices of John Day.
I'm State Farm Agent Emerson Williams, and you're listening to Prep Baseball.
Thanks, Emerson, and our coverage here on the Good Neighbor Network. State Farm Prep Sports brought to you by Sir Pizza, Craig's Tax Service, Winners Trophies, Donut Country, and Parks Auction. Been seeing all these videos on Facebook about how they make the donuts in other places. This guy in Kansas, Ike. I don't know why they started showing up. I guess we were talking donuts, and then all of a sudden I get donut videos. But it's pretty fascinating how they do all that. All the different flavors and all that kind of thing. Cake donuts versus the, regular donuts. I don't know. It's pretty impressive. I know Donut Country slinging the donuts every day out there. For FRA, it'll be the 4, 5, and 6 hitters here. Gager, Gaunt, and Rapello to face Caden King out there for his 5th inning of work, and this pitch fouled back. One base runner, and that came last inning on a walk, but he was caught stealing. Gager just got a piece of this one, and he's in the hole, 0-2. Grounded to second in his only at-bat, which was back in the 2nd inning. We're here in the top of the 5th with the Cougars up 2-0. A little chaser out there for a 1-2 count now. A lot of ground outs here for the Panthers. Sailed that one outside too. Getting a little frustrated at himself at that one. I think he's trying to nip that outside corner to this left-handed batter. And the 2-2 on the way. Came inside with the fastball that's poked away by Jacob Gager. Jacob probably not going to win any height contest, but speedy right fielder out there. Swung on, popped it up, fouled it away down the third base side, and Coach King going to bring more baseballs out to the umpire. In fact, he just robbed Caden of at least a hit and an RBI in the bottom of the 4th. Here's another 2-2. Tried to get him on that outside corner, and it just missed. I mean, we're splitting hairs here now. Count goes full to Gager. See what he gives him. Maybe something down the middle. It was, and he whiffs at it. Strikeout number 4 for Caden King. Just blew that one past Gager for out number 1 here in the top of the 5th. I will tell you, this is a fun bunch to come out and see play this year sometime, so pull up their schedule. Nicky Gaunt, the batter. I was going to ask about the schedule. I saw Whitley County on the road. Is that maybe White County? I don't know. On Game Changer. It said at this place, and I'm not sure of where the county is. This pitch comes inside for a 1-1 count. I think it's Friday. Home game here Thursday. Atlanta, going to Atlanta. Gotcha. A little end of spring break trip there. This pitch swung on and missed. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Well, that'll be a nice little getaway down to the ATL. The 1-2 from King is in there for strike 3. And back-to-back strikeouts for the first time today. And Caden kind of settling in here now in the top of the 5th. Has still just faced the minimum so far here through 4 2/3. Pitches into Rapello for a strike called. 1 ball, no balls, and a strike. Rapello flew out to right in his only at bat in the 2nd. Get that one across for strike 2. Boy, Caden is dialed in. The 0-2 on the way. Here it is. Got him swinging. And he struck out the side here in the 5th inning. 6 strikeouts for Caden King, and down go the Panthers in order. 1, 2, 3 here in the 5th. We go to the bottom of the 5th. MTCS up 2-0 on FRA. This is State Farm Prep Sports.
Quick, convenient, efficient. 3 words that we all hope to experience when we do business.
If I had to rate the office of John Day,
I would definitely give him a 5-star rating.
it's 20 stars.
Probably like 100 stars. John Day's office was wonderful.
They are caring.
Call the law offices of John Day.
I would recommend them to everyone.
Over 1,000 times a year, a lawyer refers someone who needs help in a personal injury or wrongful death case to us because we treat every referral in a timely, professional way. Trust the lawyers other lawyers trust. Trust the law offices of John Day.
Prep baseball.
Welcome back here as we continue our coverage from the home of the Cougars. Joe Barron Field here, Middle Tennessee Christian School. Our game brought to you in part by Good Neighbor State Farm agents Celeste Middleton, Ron Reeves, Alex Williams, Emerson Williams, Dana Womack, and Andy Womack. Sounds like we've got a law firm. Womack, Williams, Middleton, Reeves. Well, they're insurance folks. All of them can help you out right here in Rutherford County. Let's see here. For the Middle Tennessee Christian School Cougars, looks like Scarlatta. So it'll be the 2, 3, and 4 hitters here for MTCS. Bottom of the 5th, leading 2-0, and Cam Anderson still out there for the Panthers. Green glove and all. And here's the first offering from him, a breaking pitch, which is a ball, 1-0. Scarlatta with a great baseball name. Swung on, pretty well hit into left field. Clayton and Hassel trying to get after it out there. And it is going to be caught there by Hassel. Kind of lost the ball out there in the center field. It's hit, and well, it's not really dark out there either. I'm just looking through the screen here, I guess, but gave that one quite a ride. Drew Prosser has one of the Cougars' 5 hits in the game. Takes a breaking pitch high. Didn't break in time. He also hit into a double play to end the 3rd inning. Pitch low. The Cougars have had threats every single inning. They have actually had a hit in every single inning thus far. And it's either been the leadoff guy or the second batter. So, Drew. Outside again, it's 3-0. Take a walk, too. The first walk came last inning, followed by a hit batter and loaded up the bases. Drew was going to take that one all day. And it's 3 balls and a strike. TJ Finley is on deck. Would love to have somebody on with him up to the plate, and we do. Second walk in back-to-back innings for Cam Anderson. And I wonder how much longer Cam is going to go. Well, looks like the second meeting is coming up here. And I believe we are going to have a pitching change, and that is the case. So we'll take a timeout, and we'll tell you who's coming in for Cam Anderson, and we'll give you his line as well. This is State Farm Prep Sports on the Good Neighbor Network.
Winners Trophies can help you with customized awards for any occasion. Owner Kelly Hockenberry continues to provide awards for sports teams, churches, recognition awards, and more. Call Winners Trophies at 904-6002. That's 904-6002 for the best in quality, service, and pricing. You can also email Kelly, winnerstrophy@comcast.net. That's winnerstrophy@comcast.net. Any award for any occasion. Winners Trophies, 904-6002.
At Rutherford County Schools, education is about more than classrooms. It's opportunities. From innovative career and technical education pathways to award-winning athletics, arts, and academics, our students are preparing for success in college, careers, and beyond. Dedicated teachers, strong community partnerships, and a commitment to every student every day. That's the RCS difference. Learn more about our schools, programs, and opportunities at rcschools.net.
Rely on the experienced professionals at Prentice Allsup Heating and Air.
Whether it's the blazing heat of summer or the bitter cold of winter, let the Rheem Pro professionals at Prentice Allsup Heating and Air Conditioning on West College Street keep your home or business comfortable year-round. We service all major brands and in most cases offer same-day service. Call us today at 615-890-1311. Prentice Allsup Heating and Air, your Rheem Pro partner heating and cooling contractor on West College Street, just under the Thompson Lane overpass.
I'm State Farm Agent Ron Reeves. You're listening to Prep Baseball.
All right. right, we've got all of your changes here. And I'm going to give them to you here in just a second once I get them all written down here on my, I'm glad no one's looking at my writing. It's Nick Gaunt, who comes in from short, pitching here now to T.J. Finley with a runner on and nobody out, or one out in the inning, rather. And this pitch is outside to Finley. The pitcher Anderson wound up going to third, and the third baseman Riggs is now at short. So that's your defensive changes. Fly ball into right field. It's going to drop. Rounding second is Prosser, headed to third, and they're going to send him. There's going to be a throw and a play at the plate, and he is out. Prosser is out at the plate, trying to stretch it. Finley down at second with the double and his second hit. But the Cougars could not get across that third run. It was close. A photo finish, but pumped out there was Prosser. Eric Bowling, the batter, swung on the first pitch here from Nick Gaunt. Anderson went 4 innings, has given up 2 runs so far. Well, I guess his book is closed now. Breaking pitch. This one sent into left field and hit very, very well. It is up against the wall, and that is going to score a run. Back-to-back hits, and that one a big one for Eric Bowling. A double, give him an RBI as well. And the Cougars now lead 3-0. So back-to-back hits, and Gaunt has been rudely greeted here by the Cougars. Trenton Finley, who has 1 for 2 today. He's reached twice, though. Second time on an error, swings and misses at the first pitch. That run will go on Gaunt's ledger. As Prosser, who was thrown out, that would have, if he had gotten across, that would have been the third run on Anderson, but that was the last base runner. 3-7-0 now for the Cougars, 0-0-2 for FRA. We're in the bottom of the 5th, 3-0 MTCS. Line down third base line, and that's going to go into the outfield, and they're going to send Bowling and cut off there. So a single, took second on the throw, and an RBI. And it is now 4-0 MTCS.
Shortstop.
Give Finley an RBI as well. So back-to-back-to-back hits, and Nick Gaunt came in a tough spot, but the Cougars have, well, everybody's hit him so far. Nick Fogle, with 2 out, is your batter for MTCS, and takes a strike on the first pitch. Got a duck on the pond out there for Nate. Finley down at second. The pitch misses low, and the count is 1-1. Vogel is flied out to center and grounded to first. So he's gotten the bat on the ball. The 1-1. Sails inside, and it's a ball, 2-1. Cougars have exploded here for 2 runs this inning and looking for more, but there are 2 away. Runner at second for Fogle with the count 2-1. The pitch from Gaunt. Breaking pitch. Ooh. Wowee. And that one looked like it was well over the rainbow, but it's called a strike on that outer half. Maybe if Nate were 7'3" like that Duke kid, speared our Hagan with a nice dig out down there at first. Going to get him. That was pretty well hit. A little smoke show down the first base side. But that's going to end the inning. But a pretty good one for the MTCS Cougars. They get 2 runs on 3 hits, a couple of doubles and a single there. There was a walk in the inning, and there was only 1 left. So your new score as we go to the top of the 6th, MTCS 4, FRA nothing. This is State Farm Prep Sports.
At Middle Tennessee Electric, we see the lines that link us all, illuminating our neighborhoods, empowering our businesses, and helping us to recharge. Because we believe in the power of good energy.
Well, yeah, I'll be right there.
It takes all of us to power a community, both in plain sight and behind the scenes. Middle Tennessee Electric, bringing good energy.
I'm State Farm Agent Andy Womack, and you're listening to Prep Baseball.
We've got some changes here for MTCS here in the top of the 5th with their lead 4-0 here in district play over FRA. Brandon Scarlata is going to come in from third and take the mound for King. King will remain in the lineup as the DH. And it's Will Odom. Will is a freshman, and he will be at third. So Brandon Scarlata on the bump here now, facing Smith Hagan. First pitch almost grazed Hagan there. Caden King had a great outing here. 63 pitches and 43 of them were strikes. Chopper to third, pretty deep for Odom. Makes the throw to first and got him. Boy, they challenged that third baseman right off the bat, and the freshman comes through.
Now batting for the Panthers, number 25.
And there's one away. King, 5 innings, no runs, no hits, 6 strikeouts, and only base runner was a walk, but he was caught stealing. Swing and a miss, and Maverick McCullough came out of his cleats. The 0-1. Boy, that was a great pitch right there from Scarlata. Scarlata, just a sophomore. Got a good mix here at MTCS. Boy, made him chase a bad one there and struck out McCullough.
Now batting for the Panthers, number 3.
When I say a good mix, you know, you've got your seniors like King and Prosser and Finley and Bowling. Got Cantrell and Curry, of course, but then junior Nate Fogle. You got a freshman Trenton Finley. You've got the sophomore or the freshman Odom out there at third now. So, and of course Scarlata now on the mound. Gets a strike across here to Cope Clayton. Pitch outside, 1-1. King also faced the minimum. 3 batters each inning through his 5. And Brandon trying to keep that streak going here. Has a 1-ball, 2-strike count to Clayton Cope, or Cope Clayton. The pitch, a little off speed, and it is strike 3. Struck out the last 2 strikeouts in the inning, and a fine outing here in the top of the 6th for Brandon Scarlata. No runs, no hits, no one left on. Let's move to the bottom of the 6th with your score. Middle Tennessee Christian School 4, FRA nothing. This is State Farm Prep Sports.
Craig's Tax Service at 142 Heritage Park Drive offers complete tax preparation, financial, and bookkeeping services.
This is Brandon Craig with Craig's Tax Service. We're proud to support all Rutherford County athletes.
Craig's Tax Service reminds you that it makes sense to get help with your taxes. Call 890-2233 for an appointment.
We've been serving Rutherford County since 1988.
Craig's Tax Service, 890-2233.
We're just off Memorial Boulevard at 142 Heritage Park Drive.
At Dr. Automotive in Smyrna, from oil changes to major engine and transmission repairs, we've got the cure for your car. Let's hear from customers of Dr. Automotive.
He does a good job. He lets you know what's going on and doing it at a good price.
Danny does a lot in our community, so he's very involved and invested.
I recommend family, friends. Danny is spot on because he'll suggest what I need to do, and of course, I've never had an issue.
For quality care you can trust, visit Dr. Automotive in Smyrna. We've got the cure for your car.
I'm State Farm Agent Celeste Middleton, and you're listening to Prep Baseball.
State Farm Prep Sports on the Big G, the Good Neighbor Network, brought to you in part by Sir Pizza. They sponsor our Game and Coaches Show podcast. You can find all of those at wgnssports.com or wherever you listen into audio. So tonight after the game, our producer Jackson at the station will podcast not only the audio, but also the video, which you can see at wgnssports.com. So we've got all the archives right there that you can check out. And all of those podcast platforms, Spotify, iTunes, all of them. The batter is Tate Cantrell, and first pitch is a strike across from Nick Gaunt, who had a rude start in relief last inning. Swing and a miss here by Cantrell. Back-to-back-to-back hits before they finally got that last out. Sends this one right up through the gut. Deep for Riggs. Makes the throw just in time at first. Nice snag there by Smith Hagan at first. So that's a line out to the shortstop. And Caleb Curry, your batter. I'll tell you one thing, FRA has had to be on their toes here in this infield because there have been some lasers. Here's Curry sending a laser, speaking of, down the third base line. It's going to dribble all the way out there, almost to the wall. It's going to be standing at second with a one-out double there. So the hit streak continues for MTCS. They've had a hit in every inning here, and their 9th hit off of Anderson and now Nick Gaunt. So runner at second, one away for the top of the order, and Caden King, now your designated hitter. He's 1 for 3. This one sails outside. The other two have been pretty deep flyouts to center field and right field. So Caden just got under a couple. 1-0. Right up the middle. McCullough going to make the catch. Throw to first for the sure out. And Curry will go to third. And that puts 2 away on the board. So 1 for 3, make that 1 for 4 today for Caden King. Scarlotta, who's now on the mound in relief, has a hit as well. In fact, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Your top 6 in the lineup have a hit today for the Cougars. Strike on the outer half to Scarlotta. He's grounded to short, had the single in the third, and then flied out to center field just last inning. Breaking pitch is in for a hit and give him an RBI in the single, and the Cougars have extended their lead to 5-0. That should be, I think, the 10th hit, if I have all of my hits up here right. So Scarlotta Gets a ribby, too. Prosser, who's been on 2 of his 3 at-bats today. He singled, then grounded into a double play, and then reached on a walk. That's the one that got Anderson out of the game. And he almost scored the 5th run, make that the 3rd run of the game, but didn't. Now they've thrown the ball away, and here is Scarlotta rounding second. He's going to be at third base on another huge error. That's going to be a 2-base error there. And now going to get a runner. It's Trey Ewell at third now. He is going to be running for Scarlotta. Pitch just misses to Drew Prosser. And it's 1-0. That's one of those that will that's going to drive Matthew Olson crazy for FRA, especially if the Cougars get another run across here. Instead of Scarlotta being at first, he's now at third. The 2-0 pitch just missed on that one. Grounded it down the first base side to Drew Prosser. Got a little instruction, which it was something about straightening it out because that's the sign that he gave. Here's the 2-1. Outside from Gaunt. I called Nick Gant for a little bit. That's because Coach Olson could get a few tips from Brennan King on how to write legibly. Here's the 3-1, lined into right field. It's going to drop, and another run is in for the Cougars. So Prosser getting in on the hit action. He's got 2 hits on the afternoon. Give him an RBI as well, and it's now 6-0 MTCS over FRA. And TJ Finley is going to be next up here. Finley has had a great day. Single, double, scored twice, and has driven in a run. So he's responsible. He's either scored or driven in 3 of the 6 here for the Cougars. Going to be hard to find that solid performer, SRM solid performer tonight. A lot to choose from. 1 ball, no strikes, the count to TJ. From Gaunt, make it 2-0. The pitch, that one outside as well. Gaunt has not walked anybody thus far. That's because they've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits off of him. Just missed on another one right there, did Finley, and fouled it back. 3 balls and a strike. There are 2 out here in the bottom of the 6th with the Cougars leading 6-0. 6 runs on now 11 hits. The pitch, swing and a miss. And Gaunt has battled back to a full count here now, after being behind 3-0. So here's a big payoff pitch to Finley. Lined right past the pitcher's mound and dribbles into the outfield. And digging out there is Prosser to get the third. So give TJ a solid, well-hit single. And the best thing about that one is that let Prosser, because he was going on the crack of the bat, get all the way to third. So that's the 3rd hit of the game for Finley. Boy, it's going to, I mean, with King's performance on the mound and Finley here and all the hits, I dread who's going to have to make that SRM concrete solid performer decision. May make Jackson back at the station do it. Ooh, that almost hit bowling there. Eric stepping in. He doubled his last time up, drove in a run, scored a run. Second time to face Gaunt here. The 1-0. Low. Runner goes and is in safely, and it's going to get Prosser across. And now 7-0 MTCS as the catcher, Heinthorn, made the throw to second, and that's when Coach Brennan King sent Drew Prosser. Always knew Coach King was a little sneaky. 2-0 to Eric Bowling. And that's an owie, as I just heard someone say out there. So a hit by pitch. Finley goes to second. We've seen a little bit of everything here now. It's the second hit batter of the game, but the first one for Gaunt. You're listening on WGNS Radio at WGNS Murfreesboro, Smyrna. First pitch is low to Finley. He has reached all 3 times he's been up to bat, once on an error, twice on singles. 1-0 as Gaunt checks the runners. He's got runners at first and second. Heinthorn held that out there for the umpire. He called a strike. Finley, one of those fab freshmen here for MTCS. The pitch lined into right center, and that's going to dribble in to the outfield. 1 run is going to come across. Makes it 8-0 Cougars as Finley makes his way to home plate. Eric Bowling is going to go to third because he was running at the crack of the bat. And Finley is at first on a single and an RBI. And Coach Olson is out. I don't think he's going to make a change at this point. He does have another game with MTCS tomorrow there. Boy, I'd hate to be driving in Nashville traffic tomorrow afternoon. Maybe it's spring break there too. I don't care when you drive down 24. It's always horrible. So Coach Olson not going to make the change, just a little pep talk. Runners at the corners again, and MTCS is now leading 8-0. 8 runs on 13 hits. Nate Fogle is your batter, and he's looking for his first hit. He's flied out to center and grounded to first twice, so he's 0 for 3. Some would say Nate is due. Here's the pitch. Dribbled this one down the first base side, and it's going to be snagged over there by the first baseman, but they say a foul ball. I thought he said outside, but that's going to be the end of the inning, isn't it? So a ground out to first, and that will end the inning. But the Cougars batted around here. 4 runs on 5 hits for MTCS. There was a really horrible error in there, really a 2-base error. There was not a walk, but there was a hit batter, and there were 2 Cougars left stranded. We move to the top of the 7th. MTCS leads 8-0 over FRA. This is State Farm Prep Sports.
Clark's Auction Company will get you top dollar for your property.
Auctions are easy, fast, and profitable.
I've always been a big fan of auctions. Get instant sale, no contingencies.
That means the sale of your property won't depend on an inspection, financing, or appraisals.
I've known the guys over there my entire life.
Call Parks Auction and Realty or visit parksauction.com.
Clark's Auction Company will get you top dollar for your property.
Clark's Auction Company, committed to auction excellence.
Sold it to you, 27.5.
Hello, this is Coy Young at Las Casas Feed Supply. We would like to welcome you to our door.
I'm Ian Young. I'm at Las Casas Feed Supply. I'm selling beef and pork, 100% Angus, raised here in Las Casas. Come get you some.
Everyone's favorite cuts available, even options to purchase a quarter of a steer.
We got the beef. Hello, everybody. Las Casas Feed Supply.
Family owned and operated, Las Casas Feed Supply on Barlow Lane, just off Highway 96 East.
I'm State Farm Agent Alex Williams, and this is State Farm Prep Baseball.
Ready for the top of the 7th here, and it's the top of the order for FRA. Last chance here for the Panthers, and the first pitch in for a ball, 1-0. Scarlata back out there on the bump. Pitch swung on, fouled at the plate. Be sure to tune in tomorrow. We're going to be over at Blackman for Blackman-Oakland baseball tomorrow at Blackman. Countdown to the game, brought to you by the law offices of John Day, begins at 5:50. Ground ball to Odom at third, and a strike over to first for out number 1. I've been really impressed with the arm on this freshman, Will Odom, who came in to take Scarlata's spot. And he's one of the pitchers. He's just a freshman, Odom. Like I said, he's got some impressive young folks here on this squad, too, with the upperclassmen. Scarlata, the sophomore, throws a strike across to Max Riggs. He's flied out to second, and he struck out today. And now takes one square in the center of the back. And to tell you what kind of day King and Scarlata have had teaming up together, that's only the second base runner. That is a hit batter. The other was a walk in the 4th. So this is the second base runner in now 6 1/3 innings. Pitch swung on by Highthorne. Deep into center field. Curry drifting back and makes the catch out there. He really just kind of camped under it, to be honest. And that is out number 2. Top of the 7th, and down to their last out here are the Panthers of FRA. Jacob Gager is grounded to second and struck out. First pitch, a strike on the outer half. I don't know that Jacob agreed with that. He's kind of shaking at the plate, but maybe it's to get the hair out of his eyes that ball went by him so fast. Check of the runner, 0-1. Runner is going. This hits off the mound and in safely is Riggs down there. Pretty good throw by Finley, but it hit off the left side as we're facing the pitcher's mound and bounced into Finley down there. So for the first time, a runner in scoring position for FRA. This pitch outside to Gager. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 out here in the top of the 7th. Sophomore Brandon Scarlata checks the runner and the pitch. Outside again, it's 3-1. Well, don't want to walk him here, so let's see what Jacob Gager gets. Here's the pitch right down the middle, and swung on and missed as the count goes full. I think he got just enough of that pitch as it went by as well. So the count full with 2 out here in the top of the 7th, and the pitch on the way. Swung on, fouled away. Third base side. That's going to be one some kid going to Sunday school on Sunday at the church will find out there in the parking lot. Three balls, 2 strikes once again for Jacob Gager. The pitch on the way. Just misses outside, and it's a walk now of Gager, and the inning continues. Runners at first and second now. And first walk on the afternoon for Scarlata brings up Nick Gaunt, grounded to third and struck out. This one popped up right side and out of play. No balls and a strike. Gaunt checking the runners now and the pitch. It's a breaking pitch that started off too far inside. 1-1 now. 8-0. MTCS, the pitch. Came in well inside with that one. 2-1. Cougars looking for one more out here. 2-1 count to Nicky Gaunt, the pitch. That hit him. So the second hit batter of the inning, and the bases are loaded. And that's going to bring out assistant coach Jamie Carver here. Don't know that there's going to be a change, but just maybe some conversation. I always wonder what they say. I mean, there are only a few things that you can say. What's the obvious? Throw strikes. Did you have a peanut butter sandwich for lunch? I don't know. Pancakes for breakfast. The conversation ends with a fist bump, and everybody goes back. It was a meeting of the infield here. Prentice Allsup Heating and Air post-game show coming up in just a few. After we hope is what an MTCS win here. Looking like it. It's 8-0. Pitch swung on and missed by Rapello. Oh, pinch hitter Wascom. I did not catch that. Thank you. Popped it up. Left side. Is there room for Odom over there? And kind of tripped up as the ball swirled around on him. And it wound up bouncing over the fence over there. So Wascom in his first at bat, he's down to his final strike. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and your ball game is over. And they got out of the big jam here in the 7th to keep the shutout going, and your ball game is over. Final score here on the afternoon. The Middle Tennessee Christian School Cougars get a district win over FRA by a final of 8-0, and a great outing for Caden King and Brandon Scarlatta in relief. We're going to talk about that and give you all of the stats on the Prentice Allsup Heating and Air postgame show. That comes your way next on WGNS and Big G TV.
Every team knows which play can be the winning move. I'm State Farm Agent Alex Williams, here to help life go right by combining your home and auto insurance. Call me today at 615-898-1150. It's a winning move that saves you time and money.
Each team knows which play can be the winning move. I'm Good Neighbors.
Frustration many are feeling is real and justified. Kenneth Barrett said that after the county commission denied raises for deputies this year, and as sheriff, fair pay will be a top priority.
We need to figure out how we can get ours comparable to other agencies and start communication with the county commission to try to get less steps at a higher percentage.
With nearly 30 years at the sheriff's office, Barrett brings servant leadership, accountability, transparency, and fairness. Learn more at KennethBarrettForSheriff.com.
Paid for by Kenneth Barrett for Sheriff, J.M. Stewart Treasurer.
The final whistle has blown. Now it's time to break down all the action on the Prentice Allsup Heating and Air post-game show. Stats, highlights, scores, everything you need to relive tonight's action. Brought to you by Prentice Allsup Heating and Air. From heating to cooling, they service all major brands and often provide same-day service. Their Rheem Pro team is dedicated to keeping your home or business comfortable in every season. Prentice Allsup Heating and Air, your hometown comfort pros on West College Street. Now back to the Primetime Sports team to wrap up tonight's action.
Well, welcome back. MTCS a winner here, 8-0. And, you know, if you watch this entire game, really not in doubt. Cougars with a strong outing by their pitching staff. The hits came, quite a few of them, especially in the latter innings. And really it was a runaway win. In fact, it was a combined no-hitter between King and Scarlatta. The only base runners FRA had were 2 walks and 2 hit batters. And 3 of the 4 came in the 7th inning, if that tells you anything. Time to talk about our SRM Concrete Solid Performer. And gosh, I'm kind of torn here, so I'm gonna do 3. So I'm going to cop out. But I'm going with the pitching staff. King, 5 innings of work, no runs, no hits, struck out 6, walked only 1 batter. Again, a combined no-hitter. 43 of the 63 pitches were strikeouts or strikes by King. Scarlatta in his 2 innings, no runs, no hits, 3 strikeouts, a walk, and 2 hit batters. So those 2 combining for the no-hitter here today. So I got to go with those 2. And with the bat, TJ Finley, the senior, was 3 for 4 with 3 runs scored and a run driven in. So I'm going to go with TJ Finley as well. SRM Concrete Solid Performers tonight. SRM Concrete, they are proud to salute our local Rutherford County athletes. And there you go with our players of the game. Not really much to say about FRA today. Again, their only base runners were on 2 walks and 2 hit batters, and nobody got past third. So, and that was, the bases were loaded in the 7th when Wascom, the pinch hitter, struck out to end the ball game. Their pitching staff, Anderson, 4 innings pitched, 2 runs, 5 hits, struck out 3, walked 2 batters, and hit a batter. And Gaunt came in relief, and that's really kind of our Craig's Tax Service key to the game. That's when things kind of blew wide open. With 1 out, Gaunt was faced TJ Finley, who doubled. Then Bowling doubled and drove in a run. Wound up scoring Finley. Then Trenton Finley singled and drove in a run. And that's when they kind of broke things open. It was a 2-0 game to that point. And then added 4 more runs in the 6th inning. So that's your Craig's Tax Service key to the game. Craig's Tax Service, you know, tax day's coming up. I've got my check to write Uncle Sam, but I've got to cry a little bit more before I write it. But they can help you out with all of that at Craig's Tax Service. Business, tax preparation, financials, bookkeeping services, they do it all at Craig's Tax Service. CraigsTaxService.com online. So Anderson, gave you Anderson's line. Gaunt 6, no, it wasn't 6 innings pitched. It was 2 innings pitched. Gave up 6 runs on 8 hits. No strikeouts, walks, and 1 hit batter. Not much to say about their lineup because they had no hits. But here's MTCS had their hitting shoes on today, and 7 of the 8 batters have at least a hit. So here we go, right down the line. Caden King, the senior, Texas A&M signee, was 1 for 4 with a run scored. He scored the first run of the game, and turns out that would have been enough, right? Brandon Scarlatta, who came in relief, started out at third base. He had a 2 for 4 day with a run scored and 1 driven in. Drew Prosser was 2 for 3 today with a run scored and 1 driven in. He also had a walk, so he was on 3 of 4 at bats. TJ Finley, our player of the game, gave you his stats. 3 for 4 on the afternoon with 3 runs scored and 1 driven in, so he accounted for 4 of the 8 runs today. Eric Bowling had a fine afternoon, 1 for 3 with a run scored and a run driven in. Also was hit by a pitch. Trenton Finley, he was 3 for 4 today with 2 driven in. So he had a fine outing as well. So the Finleys had a very, very good day. Caleb Curry was 1 for 2 with a run scored and reached on a hit batsman. And that is a complete look at the stats here this afternoon. The Cougars improved to 16-3. More importantly, they're 6-1 now in the district. They split with Webb School. Webb is continuing to win, and so is MTCS. So it may be, who knows what happens. But all these district wins, you don't want to drop one at this point. And MTCS will have another outing tomorrow with FRA, this one on the road up in Nashville. But that's going to about wrap up our coverage here tonight. State Farm Prep Sports on WGNS Radio. Coming up will be the Atlanta Braves. And Braves baseball headed your way. And when we send you to the Braves, they're in the top of the 8th, and the Braves leading 3-0 against the Athletics. So we're going to send you there next. I can tell you tomorrow the plan is to be at Blackman, as Blackman and Oakland will play in baseball. And again, that's coming up for you tomorrow. Our producer back at the station has been Jackson Smith. I'm Brian Barrett. Enjoyed being with you tonight for State Farm Prep Sports, and we'll see you tomorrow. Fingers crossed, and Creek Don't Rise. We'll be there tomorrow, 5:50 airtime on WGNS, right after All Sports Talk with a 6 o'clock first pitch. For Jackson Smith, I'm Brian Barrett. So long, everybody, until the next time we meet at the game.
Thanks for joining us for tonight's high school sports action on WGNS and Big G TV. Visit wgnssports.com later to download, watch, or listen to the full podcast of the game. And be sure to check the site for details for the next State Farm Prep Sports broadcast. The station manager of WGNS is Brian Barrett, primetime sports director John Dinkins, and the executive producer of Big G TV, Dalton Barrett. A big thank you to all the sponsors who made tonight's broadcast possible. This has been a primetime sports presentation on the Good Neighbor Network.